Okay, we've just taken some longs on gold. All day it was just nothing really interesting, if I'm being honest. Like Asia opened and we just trended down the entire day. We took out New York session low, just kept on moving down. Um, so recently, during Asia, we had this short-lived bullish move, which most likely caught a lot of buyers off guard. Well, not off guard, but rushing in to chase the move up. Then it's come down to take out Asia low, and anyone going long on this move here would have had their stop loss just below this low. So price has been manufactured to come down, feel like take out these orders just to bring the move back up. That's what I'm looking at right now. Another, uh, what do you call it? Where is it? Looking over here on the 1 hour candle, we have virtually no top wick. So we should start creating that top wick on the 1 hour. And what else did I notice? Over here, whoops. Over here, what gave us the confirmation on the move? This candle came down to take out Asia low. Then we had a 15-minute candle closure back above the level. And then for the past, the next 15-minute also closed above the Asia session low. And all we need to do technically is inverse this 15-minute gap, and there's nothing, there's no resistance past that gap, which is really bullish. So once we invert that gap, technically speaking, price should have a very quick, rapid move up to come into this 15-minute fair value gap that's above us. Also on the hourly, this is what's happened. Pardon me. So we've come down. We've had we've had a short bullish move up. This hourly candle has actually taken out the low, so we've swept it. We've come back up, and there is also an FEG sitting on the hourly just above us. So might actually bring the order just slightly lower, so it's sort of centered in that hourly gap. But that's uh, the whole setup that we're looking at right now. Across the board, it looks like we've had a bit of a sell-off. Yeah, all day we've accumulated. We're sort of just manipulating right now on equities. Mm. You could classify almost the entire Asia session as a manipulation. Manipulating right now, and mm, silver's looking average. So I still want to see the hourly candle form that top section of its body. You know, in 1 hour we'll have a new 4 hour candle. 15 minutes is still above the sweep of that Asia low. Mm. Most of this move today uh, was off the back of escalation with Iran and the US. Mm. Later on tonight we have core CPI around 10:30. Mm. Check financial juice. What's going on? Yeah, nothing too exciting on financial juice. Really, right now, all there is to do is just let it play out. So we are getting a pretty nice reaction off that Asia low. We just want to see some bullish price action to take out that 15-minute gap. Hmm. Let's check what equities are doing. Huh. Okay. Equities are selling off. In my opinion, it's just a manipulation leg. Like you have this decent accumulation almost throughout the end of the Asia session. We're coming down, probably come down into this gap, if I'm being realistic. Hmm. So we got this new hourly candle. If it rejects from here, no big deal. We did get the confirmation, like, trade looks good. There's virtually nothing ahead of us. It's taken out all of these all of these longs. It's taken them out. Everyone would have had their stop loss just down here. So anyone going long on this move right here would have had their stop loss just here. We've come down for a stop run, taking not only their liquidity, but we've taken Asia Sessions liquidity, which is which has everything for a big, strong bullish move back up. But we have to consider there's also the geopolitical aspect of things being sort of bearish when uh, there's escalation with the war. So, but ideally, I want to see this come up, inverse this gap right here, and then we target these this FEG just above us. So just let it play out. Look here, this is actually quite decent. So the Dow, it's on a 5 minute as well. As it's coming down, you see these on the move down, you're getting buys, which are absorbing the sells. So we've manipulated just over here. Call this the accumulation. The Dow has come down, manipulated into this 15-minute gap. Probably get a nice expansion back above Asia's high. Okay, I'm back. We are back. Yeah, right. Price has sort of just been chopping around down here. Sort of getting a bullish move on this right now. Count it all joy when you fall into various trials. James 1, verse 2. You are correct, brother. Technically, you could have already entered when I entered, like, see this move down. When we, and this is, sorry, give me 1 second. This is on the 15-minute time frame, right? This is Asia low. What price did was come and sweep Asia low. The next 15-minute candle came up and closed above. We've had, sure, this is a little bit choppy and it's not like perfect price action, but um, it's still a valid setup. As soon as we, like, if you haven't already gotten an entry in right now, as soon as this 15-minute gets inverted, bro, there's literally nothing stopping us from ripping all the way up here. This move that we see right here is called low resting liquidity. And um, there's heaps and heaps of liquidity stacked above every single high. So it looks like prices right now is about to inverse this 15-minute FEG. If we do, we have 8 minutes to until the 15-minute candle closes. So we'll just see how price develops. But technically, this is a valid entry right now. Obviously, take your own position, but this is how I'm playing it. We've broken through the Asia low in London. Now I'm waiting for a confirmation of a reversal through a breakout, 15-minute IFEG or retest. Then enter, am I right? Third time, 1 hour candle became green. I'm not sure what you mean by that, bro. On the hourly. So all we've done on the hourly right now is we've come and swept all of this liquidity. This candle right here that I just circled has wicked all the way down below Asia low. Do you understand what I'm saying? So because we've taken that out, we also have this 1 hour FEG just up here where price is drawn to. So we've already taken liquidity below us. Now price tends to move into the opposite direction where the opposing side of liquidity lays. The only thing is, like, there's there's escalated geopolitical tensions right now which have caused a lot of this move. So more bearish price action could be on the way, but just going off the fundamental entry conditions, uh, there's no reason not to take the trade. Let's have a look at what equities are doing. So this is ES right now. Look at this. Beautiful. All right, this is what I was, I full had this marked out as well. So on ES, we've had the accumulation during Asia. Right now, London has swept Asia low. Where did we go? We came into this 15-minute FEG. By the way, this indicator is the indicator that I've made. So all of these markings, other than, look, I'll just delete all drawings. So all of this right now that's on the chart is from the indicator that I've made. It's marked out all of the sessions. It's marked out the session highs, the session lows. Um, look down here. We have this New York low. All of that's marked out automatically for you. So it just prevents you from having to manually do the analysis yourself, which is very helpful. But we've accumulated, manipulated into a 15-minute fair value gap. We've taken out Asia session low. Now, what we'd want to see is price come back up and close above Asia low and then move and take out the opposing side of the liquidity. That's, you know, how it works if in a perfect world. Sure, it could continue a bit lower, but that's why you wait for confirmation. NQ. Do look at this. Like you can't make this up. Accumulation, manipulation into a 15-minute FEG. You wouldn't enter here though. You'd wait for this price action to come back up, close above Asia low, and then it would most likely come up here to take out all. Oop, it would come up here to take out all of the liquidity above Asia session. And plus, you still have all of this imbalance from the move down. So we'll just wait and see how price develops. Let's see what gold's. Come on, man. It's been a bit sluggish, eh? It's okay. Stay patient with it. What's the Dow doing? Mm. Silver's actually holding up pretty nicely there. All we're looking for is a nice bullish closure above that gap, then we are on. Sorry, bro. Can you ask your question again? What do you mean? How it works? 4 hour, 1 hour candle in 15-minute. Ah, these, yes. Okay, so um, hmm. let me explain something here. Hmm. So imagine this is price action, right? Then price does a big move up, then it makes a big move down, then it comes back up, and then chops around. That's like price action normally forms like that. Where's this box? Okay, so imagine that's the candle, right? This is the opening of the candle, just like the top of the body is the opening of the candle. As price moves up, it creates a wick. During the move up, it also creates the body. But then when price comes down, the body comes down, stops at the open, and then the bottom part of the candle comes down and creates the wick as well. Comes down like that, and it comes up. So if you have a candle that doesn't have a top wick yet, so if the 4 hour candle looked like this and it had a very small little wick, it would mean that none of this move has happened yet. Does that make any sense? So when we don't see any top wick on the 4 hour candle, it means that we can anticipate a move which creates this top section of the candle. I hope that makes sense. So equities are sort of like this actually would be a decent spot to go long on this. Stop loss just below here. Take profit somewhere above the accumulation high. That would be a decent trade. Hmm. Plus, down here, we already have these inversions. So inside this gap, after we manipulated below Asia low, we've got a 1 minute IFEG, a 5 minute IFEG. We did just create a bearish 5 minute IFEG, but that looks like a nice long position. What's NQ doing? And also NQ, look at this. You know, we've swept Asia low. I wouldn't be taking this personally, but anyone that's gone long inside that 15-minute gap, you got the 1 minute IFEG, the 5 minute IFEG. So it's bullish indicators are all firing off right now. If it inverses this, then it'll take out these accumulation highs. So we've accumulated, manipulated, created IFEGs. It's making a little move down now, pushes up, takes out the accumulation high. But I'd be late to the party. I was not paying attention to this setup on NQ. Hmm. Gold just looking. I guess it's just lagging a bit. Hmm. It's a shame if this takes us out. With such a nice looking setup. We've literally had one gap. That's all we needed to invert. We've swept Asia low, taken out nice liquidity. Mm. The only, yeah, we'll just let it play out. And this actually looks nice on the Dow Jones. I sort of want to take it. That is a decent setup. I'm going to jump in this. Like, in all honesty, this has a very nice setup. On the move down, we have explain the Dow Jones setup. Okay, so this is a slightly riskier trade, but it's all about the Po3 concept. So we've accumulated up in Asia session. We've manipulated a very strong manipulation leg down, and on the 15-minute, where did we manipulate to? Down here into the 15-minute fair value gap. So you can see down here it's respected the gap quite strongly, and we've created a 1 minute and a 5 minute IFEG. So we're already getting indications that order flow is turning, and yeah, I mean it's a classic PO3 setup: accumulation, manipulation into like displacement into a area where you're sweeping liquidity. The only difference here is it's not a liquidity sweep and then close back above a Asia. Sorry, let me start again. The only difference on this setup is the sweep. We're not entering on the close back above, because imagine if we waited for it to come back up, we'd be risking way too much. That's not a good trade. So, um, yeah, we're catching it inside this 15-minute gap. I would say this is more of a, you know, it's a good trade. Don't get me wrong. And look, we just created another 5-minute bullish FEG, sorry, IFEG. So yeah, I'm expecting a strong move back up because everyone's jumping into shorts right now. Like, there's retail, lots of, um, I guess, bad traders are jumping into shorts. So they would be over here coming into a short and putting their stop loss above these highs, and we're going long to take them out. That's how trading works. And sometimes you need to, it's sort of backwards thinking. Like you would see price going down, you would think price is going down, sell. But in reality, when price is going down, technically you want to buy, not just at random spots though. Like that's what this indicator shows us. This is a critical zone where we should be buying. So we, man, this trade on gold, it's testing my patience. I'm happy with the setup though. Like, what this price action here is, all of this, it's causing uncertainty, accumulation, manipulation, long distribution. Yes, exactly. PO3, PO3 or AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Exactly. That is exactly what it is. Um, don't do this to me. Gosh, bro. Silver. Well, it's looking pretty decent. This is actually looking pretty decent. Let's take it back to the 15-minute though. Yeah, that's not looking, that's looking pretty decent. The thing is, you'd have all of this liquidity that's stacked up just above us, on these highs. And we have a massive gap just just over here. Massive imbalance. The only thing is I don't see any, me personally, I don't see any decent entry confirmation. Like, look, we've come down, we've swept Asia low. Sorry, New York. We've swept New York low. We've come back up. We closed above it, but then it accepted back below. So, and the thing is, it didn't come down to sweep Asia low. So on silver right now, you still have plenty of liquidity right here. So I don't know. For me, that is not a super attractive trade. That's just for me though. I mean, technically, anyone that was taking this when we swept New York low and then closed back above, if anyone was taking a trade on silver on that candle right there, where their stop loss would be is just down here, and they'd probably be targeting these highs. So I mean, it's almost a 2R, you know. So if you were going off that setup, entering now, you know, trading with that idea, I don't know. But for me, that doesn't really align with my rules. Mm. The market's just being very slow and choppy before CPI tonight. Check silver, wait for Asia sweep on silver until. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You definitely could do that. But gold has already swept Asia. So if gold starts making its move now, when silver is sort of, making its move with gold, silver might leave this behind. But you never know. The markets can do whatever they want. So we just had a new 4-hour candle open. Looking pretty rough, to be honest. Mm, got stopped down on gold, is what it is. So, yeah, I mean, if we're going to take any trades off Asia on silver, potentially that could happen now. Markets are being a bloodbath at the moment. Oh well. But this is I wouldn't be surprised if we still come up, close back bullish on gold because we've technically just accumulated here. So if it's manipulating, then it's coming back up. And where would it come back up to? Closing bullish above Asia low. Yeah, exactly. Something to note as well with the DAO, I mentioned something earlier today about a rotation occurring. So with tech stocks into like brick and mortar. So you've got like a bunch of tech stocks, like I don't know, Dell, Nvidia, AMD, all of those um, massive companies that make up NQ. And because there's been a little bit of uncertainty in those high risk tech stocks, there's been a large money flow into companies like McDonald's, you know, Kmart, uh, all of those basic businesses. That's why this move the other day, look, if I overlay NQ, you'll see a divergence. Where was it? What am I on? I'm on a five. I'm on a 5 minute. That's why. Hmm. I'm not actually sure why it's doing this. Anyway, This move, I'm pretty sure, had the opposite on NQ. Yeah, so on the hourly, look at this. That's a very bullish candle. Man, bro, silver's holding up. Does not care. Fuck's sake. Be a little disappointing if this gets me out here. Bro, silver is holding up strong. Here's that manipulation leg now. Come on, don't do that to me. Pretty rough. What's this? Damn. What a bastard. I'm not too sure. Right now, the like equities have a negative correlation with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's coming lower, 100%, 100%. But in my honest opinion, when we do come into like the 50K zone, maybe the 40K zone, that's a good time to start buying that on spot. Fucking gold, huh? Yeah, silver is just resilient. That whole move, it just held up. Yeah, 35K. Possibly could see those prices. But it's at those prices, everyone will be like, no, this thing's going to zero. But despite like the fear that those prices would be perfect to accumulate, more so like certain altcoins. You can get a good return on Bitcoin, but for majority of these altcoins right now are like 90% off. So the upside potential you're looking at 300, 700% moves. Like, look at this just the other day, like a few weeks ago, I was looking at this thing called Lab. It's had a massive sell off now, but look at this, from 30 cents all the way up to $23. Like, are you kidding me? Look at this. That's a 3,000% move. Insane. I'm pretty sure 3,000% move is a 30x. Look here. Gold has this accumulation right now. If we inverse this gap, I'm probably going to take another long. I can't believe it did me like that just before. Took me out. We invert that, close back into Asia session. I'm going long. Okay. Yep. Gold had a classic manipulation just there. Manipulated below that accumulation zone a little bit early, but we're going to come back and close above Asia low. Come on, come and close back above Asia low. Wow, silver's pushing. This thing, eh? Few stop runs across the board. All right. So, you know what I was saying just before about the 4 hour candle? This does not have any top wick right now, and the 1 hour doesn't either. So, all it's done is create that bottom section. We've taken out these lows. So, anyone playing that first liquidity sweep got stopped out. I fell victim to it as well. So, anyone playing this move here, they saw, all right, anyone playing this liquidity sweep said, all right, we took out Asia low, we closed back above, stop loss just below here. We've just done a classic accumulation. We came down, taking out this liquidity. Now we should be making that move up. This is my last trade for tonight. If this doesn't hit, I'm calling it a night. That trade absolutely came down for a small stop run. What is silver doing? Just grinding up slow. What do we got going on here, huh? My phone battery is about to die. Very good. Provides a high accuracy setup with a good RR frequency and probability. It has a clean entry and cancellation point that can be adapted as the trade progresses and the market changes. This is a convenient for automation. Yeah, 100%. You know what? That it's funny that you just mentioned that. I use a program called Lux Algo, and I've been considering turning this into an algorithmic trading strategy. So all it doesn't require any human input, and you give it conditions because this trading strategy is based on conditions. If this, then do this. If this, then do this. Right? And um, so there's no reason why you can't program that into an algorithmic trading system. You know, 100% you can do that. I know people who have created their own algos, and that's how big institutions trade. It removes any human emotion. It's all um, how would you say it? It's all about probabilities. I'll finish the thing. I understand how 1 hour and 4 hour candles shadows work. You have a simply excellent strategy, which you can understand very well. Wave theory is also on your side. I know for sure that a wave, I know for sure that. Whoa, what just happened here? What the heck? Bro, my freaking indicator just glitched out. Sorry about that, bro. Um, Wave theory is also on your side. I know for sure that wave patterns, Fibonacci, and candlestick combinations work better during a correction, and I'm on my way. See ya. All good, man. I totally agree with all of that, and it looks like you even understand the whole concept of how the strategy works. So I hope that you're putting it into practice and you're reaping the rewards. It's good to see, brother. Are you about to head off?